Hey guys, today I will be reacting to a channel called Storybooth, and I watched some of their videos lately, but not all of them, but some of them. So we're gonna react to some. So yeah.
I've always been one of the only Jewish people in my town. I'm not super religious. My parents didn't force their religion on me, but I still believed in it. In elementary school, a lot of kids went to church, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone's allowed to have their own religion, but they didn't really see it that way. And a lot of them would overhear their parents, or they'd hear churches talking about how if you didn't worship their religion, you would go to hell.
What?
And I don't think anyone realizes that kids learn and they imitate what they see. So, of course, I'd be on the playground or doing whatever, and kids would come up to me and tell me that Jewish people were trying to take over the world, and that we were all super greedy money hogs, and that if we didn't worship their religion, we were all going to hell.
What?
And I wasn't the only person who faced hate. It was also Muslim kids. A lot of them were told that Muslims were terrorists and that they still probably had contact with people who did 9/11.
What?
I used to actually go home and I would cry because I thought I was going to hell if I didn't go to church. Like, I asked my parents to go to a Christian church before I even knew what that meant. That's not the way kids should be introduced to other religions. They should be introduced as religion can be a good thing. It can bring people together. And it was before I even knew what the cross stood for. Like, I used to see people with them all the time and wondered what the T-shaped necklace meant until one of my very, very close friends who went to church explained to me what it was. Parents had just said that some people believe in different things and they have a right to believe.
Okay.
It's like ice cream. If you force your belief down my throat, I'm not going to want it, but some people like different types of ice cream or different types of belief, and that's okay. That doesn't make them a terrible person. But what does is telling other people that they're terrible just because they like a different ice cream flavor than you. You know, I don't hate Christians or Catholics or anyone.
Okay.
I just wish that someone had told these kids not to repeat the things that they heard anti-Semitic or Islamophobic people say. Like, before people even knew what the word Muslim meant, they knew the word terrorist. And before they even knew what the term Jewish meant, they just knew we were bad. I remember back in middle school when they told everyone about the Middle East, they had said Jesus was a Jew, and everyone gasped and was so shocked. To me, it made me realize how stupid everyone was being. Everyone was hating each other just because of religion. In high school, no one really gave me any problems, except for one girl, but I didn't really care at that point. Anyone who judges somebody off of what they think is going to happen after we die isn't worth your time.
I really agree with this girl. Like, I agree that religion can be known as a good thing. Like, I agree a lot. And I agree with this girl that religion can sometimes be a good thing. Some people believe, and they have the right to believe. So yeah, I agree with this girl. A big like on there. So yeah, also, before I go to the next video, I recommend you hit the subscribe button on my channel and Storybooth channel, and give Storybooth lots of love, and they are a really bad and cool channel. So let's move on to the next video. Okay.
It started off with a simple night of sitting down and watching TV together. Images flicked back and forth across the screen. Eventually, it showed a man standing in front of a rainbow flag, talking about how he owned a hotel that welcomed all couples, no matter their sexuality. I felt my heart light up. I couldn't help but feel the joy of people being accepting towards others despite their differences. I glanced across the room at my dad, who was reclining on the maroon leather couch with his nose wrinkled in distaste.
Why?
My little brother scoffed at the TV and turned his head away.
What?
Those people are disgusting.
What?
I can't believe they would show that on TV.
This
the
child.
words were barely able to escape his lips when immediate rage filled me from head to toe. I know. I'm sorry you had to see that, my dad said sympathetically, as if my brother had just watched someone be murdered right before his eyes. You can't say that about people.
Yeah.
They're just the same as you, but with different beliefs. Your brother is allowed to think what he wants. He is right. They are revolting because they are going against God's will. It isn't your God's will to call other people disgusting and judge them based on their actions, is it? I snapped. He would not want you to look at other people without knowing them and saying they are disgusting. If anything, you're the ones acting vile. All people are equal. My dad stomped towards me and got down to my level. I could feel my body trembling with unease. These people are in the wrong. Who are you to stand up for them? We have every right to say what we want about them, my dad snarled. Thoughts raced in circles around my head. As quickly as I could, I squirmed away from him and made a mad dash for my room. Slamming the door behind me, the air that had been clogging my throat came unstuck and a sob broke past my lips. I haven't been able to stop myself from wondering ever since that experience if that is how it will be when my parents find out. I will no longer be their precious daughter.
No wonder.
I will be a bad stain that you can't get rid of. I'll be looked at as a sin rather than a person for something that I do not have control of. I have found comfort in my few friends that have relatable problems to mine. They all tell me that there is nothing to worry about, and that once I am out of the house, I can do what I want and without having to worry about my parents. While I know that this is true, that's not the thing that concerns me. I'm worried about whether or not my family will still love me and stay in contact with me even after I tell them the truth. I have finally grown to accept myself despite my sexuality, but I know that others won't accept me no matter what I do. But maybe that's okay. The people who take me in and love me as I am currently are the people I should keep near me and never let go of. And hopefully my family will be included in that group someday.
Aww, that was so cute. So that's why this girl was scared. That's why she was crying, because she is not straight herself. So I agree with her. Like, it's really a nice story to watch. Seeing people see people accept other people even though they're not the same as them. So yeah, I like that one. And this is a problem I have with myself as well. So we're gonna watch this one too. Really, ads? There you go. Now let's watch this one. It's called Uncomfortable with My Skin Color.
Ever since I was little, I kind of knew that I wasn't the ideal skin tone for the world. I'm African American, and I'm not just, your typical African American. I am extremely dark. And it's always somewhat been a problem. I've gotten bullied about being dark by people at my school, family members, people in stores.
That's racist.
And don't get me started on when I go to nail salons and they tell me that the nail color doesn't necessarily go with my skin tone and that I should pick a darker shade. All my life, people have called me nighttime, asphalt.
Aww.
They call me ultra black, and it honestly hurt me because I honestly thought that I would never be good enough just because of my skin tone.
Aww.
I remember seeing a can of paint in my aunt's room, and it just so happened to be white paint, and that kind of struck the idea that when I'm older, I'll just paint myself white and put on a blonde wig, and nobody will know. When I was in the 7th grade, I ended up thinking that I was never going to find a boyfriend just because of my skin tone, and that I necessarily wasn't good enough for anybody because of my skin tone. And it's pretty sad that I have to think that, because ever since I was little, I would look on TV and I would never see people of my color.
Aw, poor girl.
I'm 14 years old, and it took me, I'd say, 13 years to come to terms with my skin color and to appreciate my skin color. And for anybody out there who is fighting this, just like me, no matter what, you are a beautiful human being. Pimples, skin tone, weight, that doesn't define you.
Yes.
Beauty is beyond the surface.
This is now my face. So yeah, I recommend you guys put a like and subscribe to Storybooth. And if you have time, then maybe you could subscribe and like on my videos too. So yeah, I don't have a lot of things to say right now. So yeah, you guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.